it's like time travel. At first I was over on the other stream. Now I'm over on this stream. Can you find me? Yeah, you can find me anytime. Live streaming on Sundays between 6 and 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, whenever, however long it takes. We are over here. So welcome. Where's Yvonne? I sent him the link. Where is he? Oh, goodness. Well, he'll come over here. All right. Yvonne, if you're in the audience, type into chat that you can't get in or if there's a problem. You can always type into chat. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to the Live Magic Q&A. No, it's not. Where is my brain? It is the Tarot for Kindness fundraiser. Listen, it's been a day. I've been doing things since noon on Zoom and everything. We're teaching tarot classes, Live Magic Q&A, Magical Mystery Marketplace, now Tarot for Kindness. You got to forgive me if I'm a little befuddled and I don't know where I am or what I'm supposed to be doing. Yvonne, I know you're here. Where are you? If you can go into the chat, if you can't get in, let us know and I'll fix it for you. So what we're doing here is called Tarot for Kindness. Tarot for Kindness is our tarot reading fundraiser for Ukraine. Tarot reading fundraiser for Ukraine. I read tarot cards for $10 per card and you make a donation. 100% of your donation goes to feed seniors in Ukraine who are suffering during this horrific war. We just had another horrible bombing, definitely attacking civilians in this wake that they were experiencing. It's like unbelievable. I want to say dozens of people were killed, including children who were at this wake for someone who had passed in this small village. It's like a little village, and they attacked a civilian thing. It wasn't a military target. It was a civilian target that the Russians attacked, and it's just horrific. Poor Ukrainians. I just every day think about my people in Ukraine and worry about them and send them protection and healing and an end to this invasion in Russia. Go back to their borders. Just go back to your borders. That's how we all feel about it. Stay in your own country. Don't invade another country and make fakey excuses for why you're invading. This is like Hitler's strategy. It's horrific and horrible. So, yeah, it's a heavy day for thinking about Ukraine because of all that has gone on. You might not have seen the news. I mean, it's not so much in the news. We got a lot of stuff going on in the States, so sometimes we don't get the Ukrainian news, but it's there. It's happening. So we can support our Ukrainian seniors to bring food to them when they are trapped, sometimes in very dangerous areas, can't leave, can't go. They have no way of supporting themselves. They can't leave their homes. They have to stay in these dangerous areas and suffer during this horrific invasion, totally illegal invasion. And we can support them by purchasing food. $40 buys a week's worth of food for a Ukrainian senior. 2 weeks worth of food. Sorry, $40 is 2 weeks worth of food. So your dollars go very far. And if you make a donation, $10 per card, 100% of that donation goes to feed seniors. I'm wondering where Yvonne is. That's so weird. He's usually here, and he was here on the other thing. So I hope he's able to get in. If not, we'll still do our fundraiser. I'll try and see if I can find him. I don't have my phone. Let me see. Hanging out, thought you'd like to know my striped kitty is all better. Oh, wanted to say thank you for the good wishes. I'm so glad. We did that reading and we saw little Stripey was going to get better. We saw that. I'm glad to hear it happen so quickly. I was thinking, it's going to be step by step, getting better. But let's see what's going on here. Vaughn, where are you? I'm going to type a message to him. He might be. Who knows? Maybe electricity is out. Who knows what's going on? All right. Let me save the image of our granny of the week, our senior of the week. All right. And then we'll get back to it. Okay. Oh, John Paul, hi. I'm sorry I missed last week. I got my 4th COVID vaccine. I was not feeling well after I got it. I know what you're going through. I had mine on last Tuesday, a week ago last Tuesday, and I thought I was gonna have Wednesday off and I could relax, and I couldn't. So I went into work on Wednesday, and I was good till about noon, and then all of a sudden I'm like, all I want is to take a nap. I would pay $100 to take a nap. I was so tired at that time. Oh, there he is. You made it.
Hey,
And
hey, good morning, everyone. I was just looking your previous stream, and I thought you are still busy.
oh, no, we were done. And then we were like, okay, he's gonna be right over here right now. And then
Mhm.
you weren't. And then we're like, I hope you're okay. Did your electricity go out? Did something happen?
I am not okay. This is a Spanish shame for me, but I got sick for the second time for the last 3 weeks. 102 Fahrenheit. All the bones are
Oh
aching.
no. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm very angry with myself because this is not good. Anyway, I am here because I cannot skip the second stream during the last 3 weeks. This is
Oh my
impossible.
gosh. Yeah. Well, if you are here and you get tired or you don't want to stay, I can still do it, you know. So know that it's okay.
In any struggle of discipline vs sickness, this discipline should win.
Yeah.
No chance. You won't get rid of me. So I will. Hello, Jean Paul.
John Paul's here and he's donated $20. Oh, love which says feel better,
Feel
Yvonne.
better. I don't know. It won't be too quick because I felt myself sick only 12 hours ago. Thanks God I visited 5 grannies at the weekend in advance, as if I felt something. So and
Mm,
also I have my colleagues, and we are able to work on absolutely uh, on big number of grannies because I already have 5 grannies that I visited.
wonderful, wonderful. And then we'll have some more today. We'll see what we do. You
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
your donations are 100% of your donation goes to feed seniors. $40 buys groceries for 2 weeks for senior in Ukraine. These seniors are in their 70s, 80s, 90s, some of them. Many of them have disabilities. They can't work. They can't have any way to earn money. They have a very small pension, and the pension doesn't cover everything. It doesn't, they have to pay for food, for rent, for medicines. Sometimes they have a pet and they have pet food. So your donations are a blessing, a true blessing. So I want to thank you guys that show up and do a reading. I'm happy to do these readings. And even though, we have like oh, by the way, you can make a donation on Venmo. There's a Venmo thing there. Or if you're on YouTube, you'll see Super Chat. You can make a donation there. You can also make a donation through PayPal. Any one of these means is perfectly fine. And 100% of your donation, including the fees that they charge, I cover those fees. So if you donate $30, all $30 is going to go there because I will cover the fees for those donations so that you know that your money went to take care of these beautiful, cute, adorable seniors. We're going to talk about one of them today. We always have a granny or grandpa of the week. So
Oh yeah.
thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. All right, John Paul has jumped in and he already has a
Can,
two-part
can, can I add a
question.
couple of words?
Mhm. Yeah, of course.
Uh, actually, oh, Anatoly, good morning. I'm sorry. Mm, Uh, damn, I, I forgot.
Okay,
Sorry.
well, when you remember,
A,
you
a,
can
bl- a, blow,
interrupt.
a blow, blurry mind. Let's work. But yes, I will describe the granny of the week.
Okay. Yvonne has he raises his hands like this, which must be a Ukrainian thing. I don't know. We all raise our hands like this.
We do this in school.
You raise it like this?
Yeah, it's like please give me the permission to answer.
Yeah, we raise like
Maybe
this.
maybe maybe it's a Soviet culture, but it's still highly popular in.
Yeah. We're
I
like
mean, not
take
for
me, teacher.
everyone, because if a person is rude, he will interrupt his uh, interlocutor. I don't know,
We're
maybe.
all rude. We all just interrupt. No. So when you think of what you were going to say, raise your hand. Um, Oh, Jean Paul, that's good news. Jessica's feeling a little better. She's been drinking more water and they upped her medication. I cracked open some Corbel's
Hello,
California
hello to
champagne.
Jessica from us with Anatoly.
Oh, I know. Anatoly. And look, there's Glinda hanging out. Whenever I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing magic, she's there to observe and critique my magic, including tarot readings. I cracked open some Corbel California champagne to celebrate her feeling better. I love that. That's a good thing to do. That's a good thing to celebrate. You know what Coco Chanel said about champagne? She has champagne always because you need it when you're happy and want to celebrate, and you also need it when you're sad. So there you go. All right. So let's see. General reading for John Paul. Let's see what we got here. Okay. I'm using my Wiser Tarot for those of you who follow along, tarot readers out there. I'm using my Wiser Tarot today. I
Mm-hmm.
opened a new one because I brought one's at the shop where I do the live readings, one's at my factory where I do readings, and I didn't have one at home, so I got another one for home. So this is a brand new one. I haven't done any readings with it. But I did shuffle it. So all right, let's see what our cards are. Oh, huh. Interesting. Interesting, Jean Paul. So your two cards for your general reading are the Page of Pentacles and the Devil card. Now, I think people see that Devil card and they go, ruh-roh, that doesn't look too good. But I got a real strong impression of this card. It's one of the cards, we're going to talk about Page of Pentacles, but I always want to talk about the kind of intimidating card first because people go, yeah, I don't want that card. The Devil card has this range of meaning. I think more than any other card in the tarot, it has a range of meaning from very good to very bad. So, Devil card can mean things, it's always about power and power struggles. I always think of that. Power struggles is a general theme. So, power struggle, we think of, ooh, that's not a good thing, right? Power struggle is not a good thing. But a power struggle can also be you rebelling. And that's what I really got out of this card as soon as I saw it, as particularly Page of Pentacles. It's about rebelling in some way, breaking the rules in some way. That can be constructive or destructive, but we want to see you channel this energy into constructive rule breaking. Constructive rule breaking. So, what are the rules that are there, that are in place, the structures that are in place that are keeping you confined? That are limiting you or keeping you held down. There's a secret message in the Devil card as well. I want to show you the secret message. Look at those people. People are chained to that post. That's not a good thing. But let's look more closely at this. Let's look at that guy. Look at that chain. It's like a necklace. Could she take it off? Could he take it off over his head? Absolutely. That's the secret message that I have here for you, John Paul. There's something that is holding you tight or keeping you bound to something that is not serving you. And the chain represents taking that chain off and rebelling against that. There's something in your life where you are attached to something that is not serving you, and it's time to take off that chain. It's like being a dog on a chain. It's not nice to, I mean, here in the States, people used to do that all the time. Now it's really not legal to do that, to put a dog out in the yard and keep it on a chain. It's not nice to the dog, right? So it's like, how are you being held back? Or how are maybe rules and regulations or habits, old habits, or things that are keeping you attached to the past, even? Time to free yourself. Sometimes this card can be obsessions, right? Obsessions that I have about something that keep us attached to things from the past. So if you have an obsession that is no longer serving you, it's time to free yourself. It's time to be free. And the power is within your hands. Now the choice is yours. You can stay chained to the obsession or chained to the old outmoded way of being or chained to the thing that is not serving you. That's fine. You can do it. Sometimes people, can get chained to even emotion, right? I'm going to feel poor me. Oh my gosh. I'm not saying this is you, John Paul, but I'm saying, people in general can be like, oh, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. And they start to identify as a victim. And then they can't escape that identity, but they actually can. And it'd be healthy for them to escape that identity. So I'm not saying that this is identity for you, but what I'm saying is it's time for some self reflection and time to take the chain off. If there's something that's chaining you, something that has power over you, and it's time to break that chain, time to take it off. It is time. It is showing you, this card is showing you it is time for that. Not only that, but and it could be things like people have jobs that they stay at too long. I mean, that can be an example. Oh, if I leave this job, am I going to find another job? Or if I leave this old way of being, or if I leave this old thought pattern, or old obsession about somebody from the past or something from the past, it's keeping you tied down, and it's time for you to break free. Not only that, but we have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles represents going in with freshness, going in, stepping on a new path, going on a new path. In particular, okay, I'm going to make a connection here. Page of Pentacles often represents new career, new job, new form of income. So, oh, John Paul, I've been working on taking off the chains off so much. I love hearing that. I love hearing that. It's a confirmation that you have the power to do it. So, Page of Pentacles can be like a new pathway or a new practical thing, new health, new career, new something that you're going to go into that is something that is going to bring you a lot of joy. But it's a new path. So what I'm seeing in here is this kind of like attachment to the past and new path going forward. And you're at that point where you're finally getting rid of that chain, finally releasing that, saying it doesn't have power over me anymore. It doesn't hold power over me anymore. I want that to be your mantra. Oh, I'm going to get some release and restore bath crystals from the Parlor Wonders Week. Perfect. Perfect. Release the chains and restore and heal. It's so perfect. So think about those areas where things from the past have power over you, and how you can really, for once and for all, get rid of them and really start in a beautiful new way for bringing in something that is so fulfilling, so wonderful, so joyful and happy. So I think you're doing it. You're on your way. And maybe it's that last little bit that you need to get rid of, and doing a little spell like working with release and restore is so beautiful. I also think if this kind of reminds me of, there's that picture from, it shows up in kind of, I want to say it shows up in Catholic iconography, and in particular Latin American Catholic iconography, which is the anima sola, the lost soul, the lonely soul. It's this woman, and she's in flames, and she's got these chains on her. It's like, you don't need to be attached anymore. Release yourself. Be free. Be free. Get out of that situation that's got you trapped. And I think you know what it is, and you're doing that work. So perfect. I love it. Thank you so much, John Paul. Thank you again for your wonderful consistency coming and meeting us here, getting these readings and supporting these seniors in Ukraine. I know you have a very tender heart for seniors like I do. I love elders and I love seniors. So
Don't forget about me,
what about you?
about tender heart for
Yes,
seniors.
you do have a tender heart. Well, that's a given. You're going to feed them every
If
day.
because if you don't respect your ancestors, I mean, if you don't respect the seniors in general, you don't respect your ancestors in particular. This is my thought.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's such a thing of Slavic tradition. I think a lot of traditions, people, take care of their ancestors. Here's my pen. I've got all these things around here, and I have no pen. Just a paint pen? Really? Is that all I have here? Okay. Um, but I think, and I've always, since I was a little girl, have loved seniors. I love old people. I just love them. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of, what I told you, we would go to the outdoor market and I'd say, buy from the old lady, mom. I just like old people. They're cute. They're super cute, right? And sweet and cute and funny, and so much wisdom too. Most of them. I mean, some, it's just like everybody. There can be terrible ones too, but
Yes, of
I think,
course.
but I think they're very sweet. The cute ones, there's such wisdom and so much I just love about seniors. So yeah.
We have saying in Ukraine. It's not a saying. It's like two words that sometimes we name our grannies as God's dandelions. Do you have the saying in
Oh,
the United
God's
States?
God's what?
Dandelions.
Dandelions?
Dandelion. Yeah.
No, we don't say that. The little flower?
Mm-hmm. Which
God
is yellow, and then it becomes
white.
gray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's so cute. Um, Oh, I chose Corbel, California champagne because I wanted to thank you and Lovewitch for Jessica's healing, and you are in California. I know I've
Hmm.
gone on a tour of the Corbel factory. It's in Northern California, and I've gone on a little wine tasting tour up there. It's very fun and cute. Yeah, John Paul, you'll have to take a trip to California, and we'll go up to Northern California and go on a wine tasting. I'd love that. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. All right. So next, we got a lot of people donating. This is great. So we have next on the list is Helen. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, John Paul. Helen says 2 card general. Thank you. Thank you, Slub Witch. All right. Thank you, Helen. All right.
Thank you, Helen.
Okay.
I don't know if you are my friend on Facebook. Probably not. If you
Helen.
want to, if you want to fix this mistake, please
It's a
send me a
mistake.
friend request. I will be happy to tag you in my graded post today.
Yeah, so Yvonne does posts of the seniors that he helps each day or that the team helps because you aren't going out today. But your team will help and take pictures and the food and the seniors and usually a little bit of wisdom that they have to offer. It's so sweet. And he also says thank you to the people who donated. So if you are on Facebook, go ahead and add Yvonne as a friend on Facebook, and then he will thank you specifically. And you get to see the granny that you helped, which is awesome. It's like adopting a grandparent, adopting a grandma or grandpa in Ukraine. What a cute thing. All right. So, John Paul says Anatoly is so
Yeah,
beautiful.
I know.
He's a cutie. He's a wild guy, a wild child, huh? All right, Helen, let's take a look at your 2 card reading. General reading. Look at this. Okay. General energy coming up. Chariot card. Helen, good time to travel. If you're doing any traveling or moving or anything like that, Chariot card ensures a smooth pathway. But not only just for travels, Chariot card can be movement in general, meaning like it doesn't have to be movement like over space, but it can be movement in life, movement forward, and any endeavor that you're thinking of. It always reflects this idea there's smoothness, it's open roads, you're going to get there, you're going to get to what it is that you want. So this could be movement toward a specific goal of some kind that you're thinking of. It really ensures this open road energy. So if things have felt blocked for you or stopped or like they're not moving, we're going to see a phase coming up for you that is about movement. It may already be happening where you see this movement and this open road ahead of you. Cherry card is also about mastery as well. It's about having a skill or talent or being able to take yourself where you want to go. So this is also a card of self-empowerment. When I think of this, like it might be a wonderful time for you, Helen, to think of some goals that you'd like to achieve, what you'd like to get to, what you'd like to bring into your life. Set those goals, set those intentions, right? Put those out there of what you'd like to aim for. I think one of the things that we don't often hear about this card is like the aim or the destination. When we do manifestation work, the best thing you can do is to set the destination where you would like to go and don't worry about the details of how you're going to get there. They will become apparent to you as you step into each, as you go through each step. Like I always think of it being like a room where you're stepping into one room and then you'll see the doors and you'll try the door and one of them will open for you. And that means you step into that room. And so will always be revealed. So if you aren't sure what the pathway is to get to that big goal, don't worry, because each step of the way, you will be made apparent to you what that next step is. I've set goals, lots of big goals for myself. Sometimes they take a while to get there, but no worries, because each step along the way is apparent. And all I say is like, universe, open the door for me and I'll step in that room. So if a door opens, I say yes. If I see a door that looks like it's leading toward that big goal, I just go for it and step into it. And that's like the energy of the chariot card. So just set your big destination. Don't worry about it. Just like, if you're driving on the road, you might not know exactly, you might have an idea of what path you're going to take, but maybe there's traffic or the road is clogged or there's an accident. So you have to go a different way. You'll still get there. So it will be made apparent to you as you go down and you go on that journey. So I love seeing that. Second card, Two of Pentacles. So this is a very interesting combination because Two of Pentacles can sometimes mean bringing in a second source of income. Here's a guy that's juggling two discs. That means juggling two things, right? So but he's doing it. He's able to do it. He's doing it well. He's dancing around even while he's juggling. So it's not as if the juggling is a terrible thing. It's something that is possible to do. So I think of this juggling of the two in particular. It can mean money and material things, job and career, and so on. It can be about bringing in a little second source of income. What I love about it is that if you're juggling, you can imagine this guy juggling or doing this little trick that he's doing with these gold discs. He's probably going like this, right? Bringing up one and then bringing up another. I like to think of that as like this flow where, like, if we have this second source of income or second job or second business or little side business of some kind, that will add to our abundance. And sometimes the career job will be like the main source of income, and then sometimes the side business or the side job will be the main source of income, and we can balance those things and have the kind of delight of having more than one thing which we can work with, which is lovely. Sometimes this can mean even making a transition of some kind, but the transition overlapping, right? So maybe you have one job, but you're bringing in a new career or business. They overlap a little bit, and then you can take off on the new thing, the new job or the new business. So it can be just a temporary thing where we're juggling two at a time, but it's because they're overlapping, and eventually we can go on the new path. It's a very safe way to go on a new path, especially like doing a thing like a business. If I talk about my own career as a tarot reader, I started out doing tarot reading for parties, but I had a job as a librarian. So I had a day job, and then I had my fun job, which was doing tarot readings at parties. And those overlapped for a while. And then I was able to do the one completely, which is obviously what I'm doing right now, which is tarot. And I've been doing that for decades now. So that's a very interesting path because I think there's something being very, very powerful, very positive that is going to be overlapping for you, and it's going to lead you down your road toward your intention very easily. So another source of income, another little business or job or something like that coming in for you, and the path being very clear. Wonderful for you to set those intentions right now. Really set those big intentions, and you'll know where you're going to go as you go down the road. You'll know what to do. So you don't have to worry about each step of the way or what each detail. I think those big goals, those big dreams are good to have, even if you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get there. I mean, I'll tell you one that's still cooking in the works. I was like, I want to be able to write an article for a big magazine like the New Yorker about witchcraft and magic. It hasn't happened yet, but I still have it out there, Like, I don't know how that's going to happen. I have no idea how that's going to happen, but I still keep the intention out there that I'd like that and I want that to happen. So that's the kind of thing you can do, is like put something out there and like, don't worry about how, you don't have to figure out how it's going to happen. Just put it out there. So good way to work with this card. So lovely. All right. Thank you, Helen. Wonderful.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure it's going to happen in no time. That I'm going to write an article for the New York. Who knows? I mean, I put it out there, but then it'll happen. I'll be like, oh, that's how it was going to happen. So wonderful. All right. Oh, Helen says very on tune. Thank you so much, Madam Pemmy. You're so welcome, Helen. I'm so glad that it was important and meaningful to you and you connected with that. Thank you so much. All right. Next we have Bruce. Hi, Bruce. Oh my gosh, Bruce, were you at the Live Magic Q&A? We didn't see you. One card question. A colleague reached out to me yesterday about a potential work assignment. This is in the very early stages, but how will this work out for me? Great question. All right, let's take a look at that. Thanks for coming in. I don't think you were at the Q&A. We missed you. You always have something funny to say. Great questions too. All right. Okay. All right, let's see what we got for Bruce here. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Money coming into your hands. Look at that, 6 of Pentacles. This card, I think of it as a windfall. Really like a windfall, something falling into your lap. Like these guys were out there begging, and then all of a sudden this guy came around and gave them gold coins. That's a big windfall. That's a nice windfall, right? So this is about things falling into your hands, falling into your lap. I think this job is a very positive thing, this thing that is you're being offered. Um, I was at a film screen. Oh, wonderful. I'm glad you got to go do something fun. Ah, nice. The Homdovers. The Homdovers. I've never heard of that movie. I'll have to look that up. Anyway, Six of Pentacles energy is about this flow thing falling into your lap. That's something really beautiful. So I would look at this offer that this person has made to you as a wonderful opportunity that has fallen into your lap. Really, this is a great card. And I know obviously when you're thinking about this endeavor, there might be other perks that might be interesting to you. It might offer you other things. But why do we do a job? Mostly we do a job so that we can earn money. And this definitely has good money energy around it. Six of Pentacles. I think of this card so much. It's like those times that we get money that's unexpected, positive, and showing up in our life. Now, this isn't a windfall. Obviously, you're working for it. But I think the idea that the job itself was the windfall, that this opportunity has come to you, and it's a good one that's going to bring you money. I love it because it also helps you to like find balance financially. It's going to bring good energy to you in terms of that. It's just a wonderful gift flowing your way. So I would look at it as like, yep, jump into it, go into it, know that it's going to bring you that abundance and that money. It's going to flow to you. And I think that if that's your goal with this is a great thing to see. So not sure if there's any other aspect of it that you're looking at, but certainly this is a blessing coming to you, really wonderful blessing coming your way. So yeah, and I think of, like I said, I think when we think about jobs or work, we want to look at money coming to us as well. Sometimes we do things for free or volunteer for things or, do things because they're interesting to us. But this one has definitely good money energy flowing to you. So good energy. I like that the gift has come to you. This is a very gift sort of quality about this opportunity. So go for it. Go for it with like confidence. This is going to bring good things to you. So yeah, we could open up other doors as well. This is like a good card of that opening energy. So it could open up some new fun other things, other opportunities for you. So yeah, good energy around it. I'd like, if I was looking at a job and I got a 6, oh, the holdovers. That makes more sense. I thought it said a name or something. Paul Giamatti movie set prep school in the 1970s. Interesting. All right, Bruce. So there's your card about this endeavor that this friend is proposing to you, and I think it's a good one. It's really sweet energy, exchange energy. I love it. It's also, what is another aspect of this card? It's give and take energy. You're bringing. Not only are you getting from this, of course, you're getting money, but you're giving a lot to it. There's a give and take, and giving and receiving. So I think this person has picked you because they know you can contribute. It's something that you can give or something that you can contribute to this. So good energy all around. I'd like to see that card show up if I was looking at a job. All right. So next person on our list. Thank you, Bruce. Tanya. Tanya has a 2-card reading. Tanya, what would you like to look at? I wanted to ask if I should sue my older brother, Humberto Gutierrez, who lives in Mexico City, for stealing money from an inheritance. All right, let's see what we see around that. I'm so sorry you're going through that. So you have 2 questions. So 1 card per question. Okay, second question. I also want to ask why Ruth Gonzalez, owner of Gallery 349, does not allow me to exhibit my art at her gallery. These are my 2 questions. All right. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got. So 2 different questions. Thank you for those. Okay, first question. Can we get that first question back up, please? Okay. Okay. Here's what I see around it. You want to ask if you should sue your older brother, Humberto Gutierrez, who lives in Mexico City, for stealing money from an inheritance. 8 of Swords shows up. 8 of Swords is a card of what I'm picking up for this situation is that it's going to take a lot of jumping through hoops for you to be successful in that lawsuit. Doesn't mean that you can't do it, but it does mean it's going to be a lot of work. You're going to have to file forms. You're going to have to, hire a lawyer. You're going to have to do a lot of different things. Eight of Swords is the impression that you are trapped in some way, but it's only the impression. Here we see this woman, she feels like, oh my gosh, I'm trapped. I can't move. But if she would take off that blindfold, wiggle out of these things, she could, and which she could easily do, she would see the swords are on her left and on her right. They're not blocking her. The puddle at her feet is not blocking her. So I think initially, Tanya, you are going to feel like there's no way to get this money, or it's going to be very difficult. I do think you're going to have to do some things, just like she has to wiggle out of the bindings that are around her, take off the blindfold. Then she'll see that she can move out and get to it. So I do think you are going to initially be kind of shocked at how much rigmarole and bureaucracy and form filling and hiring of lawyers and all of these things that it takes to do this. It's going to be intimidating, but don't be intimidated, because once you can get out of those things, or process those things, you can get to the good result, just like she can get out of this situation. So I think initially it's going to feel like a lot, and you have to, be prepared that you're going to have to do a lot. Get a great lawyer. That's the main thing, because the lawyer will guide you through it. You need to have a lawyer there in Mexico City. Well, it can create karma. No, he stole from you. His karma is the karma, right? He stole, if he legit stole from you and stole an inheritance, he's the one with the karma, not you. You're just getting your fair share. To get a fair, equitable share is not anything karmic. If he refuses to give you that share, you might have to sue him, but you need to hire a lawyer, and it's going to feel like a lot. I just know it's, with this card showing up, it's just going to feel like a lot. So get a great lawyer who has experience doing this, who is advocating for you, and definitely one in Mexico City. You don't want one over here. You need to know one that's on the ground there, that understands the rules and the laws in Mexico, which are different than the States, right? So that's what you're going to need to do. And yeah, you can do it, but it's just know that it's going to take you going through some steps, which may feel like hurdles that are almost insurmountable, but they are surmountable. Then you can get through them. It's just bureaucracy and filing forms, and then you have to file another form and do another thing. It's going to feel like several of those things that you have to go through to get to the place where you finally get it. So the karma is not on you. The karma is on him. He stole the money. If that is legitimately what happened, which I believe you, then he's the one with the karma, not you. You're just trying to get your fair share. And if you had a conversation with him and he's like, oh, there's no money, or there's, you're imagining things or something like that, and you know that you're right, then fight for your rights. That's nothing wrong with that. If he's lying to you, nothing wrong with that. I do not want to come back again to earth with him, meaning you don't want to see him in the next lifetime. Great. Then you say that our contract is done after this. Our soul contract is done. We are complete. We don't need to do this. Yeah, no problem. If that's what you're worried about, you can say that out loud right now. Our soul contract is complete. We don't need to see each other again. That's a way to end a soul contract or a soul agreement, so that you don't come back again. You never come back again against your will, by the way. Like, you don't get put into situations with people. You agree to come back. So if you don't agree to come back with him, you won't come back with him. It's your agreement. But you understand, from the soul perspective, a person might want to come back with a certain person where they had difficulties because they want to resolve the issue. But if you don't want to come back with him, you're done with him, that's all right, So let's look at your second card. Second question, please. About Ruth Gonzalez, owner of Gallery 349, does not allow me to exhibit my art at her gallery. Those are my two questions. Okay. Here we have Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is a card of passion and can be anger passion. It can mean other kinds of passion too, but this can be anger. So there is something that she either feels like you said something to her that made her angry, or did something that made her angry, and this is her way of expressing her anger. You might be clueless as to what you did. Hasn't that happened where you've done something, but you didn't know you did anything wrong, or said the wrong thing, or did the wrong thing? and the person took a great offense at what you did, and you're like, oh, I didn't mean it that way, or you misunderstood, or oh, I'm so sorry, I did the, you know, I did some kind of faux pas or something. So I get the sense that she's super angry. Oh, she thought she was your friend. Well, I'm telling you, she's got some anger about something. And this is how she's expressing her anger. And she might be a hot-headed person. This can be a hot-headed person at times, someone that flies off the handle very easily or gets offended very easily. So if you have an open channel of communication, you can ask her, did I do something to offend you? You won't show my art at your gallery. Did I do something to offend you? You can ask and at least offer her the opportunity to express herself and say what it is that you did wrong or she thinks you did wrong. Might be a thing to do. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, then you just accept it, that she's there. Is she jealous of me? It could be jealousy. Could be jealousy. I mean, if she's creative, there could be that. I was kind of sensing a little bit of that. But maybe the jealousy is hidden behind the anger about something. You know how sometimes people will justify their jealousy. Yeah, ask if you offended her. I say, did I offend you in some way? I feel like you're upset with me. And see if she will share it with you, because maybe you can repair it. It's possible. Sometimes we do things and we don't know that the other person is offended. I think that they're behind the anger is a justification for the jealousy. You get what I'm saying? Like someone might feel envy, but then they feel guilty for the envy. So they make up some reason why they're jealous. Oh, that person is a nasty person. That's why I'm mad at them. But really deep down inside, it's jealousy. So, but the anger is the issue. The anger is the real issue. So make sure that you address the anger or address the upset that she has, the feelings that she has. Reach out to her and ask her, did I offend you? Anything can happen. Really, I think about things like, even like if you are Mexican American and you're used to being in American culture, sometimes people think is kind of rude in other countries, like, for example, interrupting someone and not raising your hand, as we were talking about
I
earlier.
have just thought about this.
But for Americans, it doesn't seem rude, right? We just do it, right? We're used to it. Also, this is an interesting thing. I mean, this is a little side conversation, but like I used to have an employee who was from France, right? And she would say, "Oh, your emails are so direct and so short. You don't have any pleasantries. Good morning, how are you?" And then get to your question. I would just send an email and say, "Hey, can you check on this thing?" Well, for another American, it's not a rude thing. "Hey, can you check on this?" It's like, we got to be fast. We got to get to the point, right? But for her from France, she was like, you need to ask me how I am first. You need to greet me and say how I am and say thank you and please and all of these other things. I'm like, oh, I didn't know, because for other Americans, it's no big deal. We wouldn't consider that rude. So sometimes it can be cultural thing. So I don't know how, for you, Tanya, I don't know how, close you are with Mexican culture, and it may be something like that. I mean, it can certainly be something like that. So sometimes we do it unconsciously. We don't know we're offending someone. So ask her, because there's anger there, or she's hiding that jealousy behind the anger. But if you talk about it, you could resolve it. I think, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. All right. If you would like a reading too, we've got one more. Vicky. Hi, Vicky. Thank you so much, Tanya, Bruce, Helen, John Paul, Vicky. If you'd like, let us know what you would like to have your reading on. Please let us know in the chat. And then we're going to, if any of you would like to have a reading, the readings are $10 per card, and we do them right here, right now. And when you do them, 100% of the proceeds go to feed seniors in Ukraine. So win-win for everybody. You get a reading. We get to feed seniors in Ukraine. My super passion is taking care of Ukrainians and doing one thing for Ukraine every day. So you help me check off that thing for today by doing this as well. All right, Vicky. So my boyfriend lied about his age and finally confessed after 7 years. I'd like to know if there's still a future with him and what my future will be if I were to. What will my future be if I were to continue this relationship with him? And if I were to find another love, what and when will I find another true love? Did he Vicky, I have a question for you. Did he explain why he lied about his age to you? Did he lie saying he was younger? Is he feeling anxious about aging? Did he lie and say he was older because he m may feel like he wants to seem more mature? I would love to know why he did it, and I think asking him why he did it can be a very enlightening thing. Or did he just do it for fun? I don't know. What's the reason?
Yeah,
Um,
it's very important to figure out why he did this
yeah,
because there could be several options from absolutely harmless, starting from absolutely harmless and ending with something not good.
yeah. I mean, is he being do you feel like he's being well, we'll see in the cards, but, I think that's a good conversation to have with them, or if you haven't had that, to have that conversation, to just get deeper, to dig deeper. Why did he do it? Did he do it maybe, sometimes people in career will lie about their age one way or the other so that they can get a job position, and then once they've done it there, they feel like they have to do it everywhere because they don't want it to come out, so it could be any number of things. So let's take a look at those, questions that you have. All right. Hmm. Okay. So here's what I'm seeing here. I think that this issue is a bigger issue. There's a bigger issue here. Um, he may have issues with depression, anxiety, or other some kind of mental stress or something that's weighing on him. I think that's a bigger issue than the age thing. And maybe the age thing is part of that. You know what I mean? Like part of that lying or covering up or saying that. Um, is really about a deeper issue with anxiety, depression, or something else that's going on for him. So he may not be able to express that, or he may not know that's the reason he's done it. But this is a card of some bigger issue, and usually like mental health issue of some kind that I think is going on here. Secondly, I also think that this is deeply disturbing for you because it breaks trust, right? You trust this person, and then they don't even tell you a simple thing like their real age. It's like he didn't trust you with that information. So there's a real breach in trust in this relationship, which is going to weigh heavy on your mind. Oh, he lied to be 12 years younger. And did he explain why he did it? Did he explain why? Was it for a job? Was it for I kinda get this feeling like it's for a job thing, for some reason, but, um or is he ashamed of his age? Does he feel old, or is he afraid of aging? This is also this issue, anxiety, worry, depression, and all of that. People "Oh, he lied because I was afraid I might not want to date him." And then sometimes we tell a lie. Maybe he wanted to go on a date with you, so he told you he was younger, and then he's like, "Oh, I told that lie. I've got to keep that lie going because she thinks I'm that." So, if he lied because he was afraid you wouldn't want to date him, I think this is something you can get over. People on their social profiles or whatever will lie about their age. I mean, for various reasons because they're
Can,
Mhm. Oh,
can I
he's
add
raised his
something
hand.
from
Yes.
the man's side? If I think that it shows that he is absolutely not confident in himself, and such man couldn't bring any confidence into any relationship. This is my verdict.
I think it's also a trust issue where, it could have been revealed early on. He could have said, "Yeah, I fudged on my profile online. I said I was, 48 when I'm really 60 or something age gap, 12 years." But because I was afraid that you wouldn't be interested or that I wanted to have a woman that was younger than me, or whatever. So I think that when you see this issue though, I'm a little concerned that there's a bigger issue, that this is only the tip of the iceberg of a deeper mental health issue, and it may be his like Yvonne says, his lack of confidence. He doesn't feel
No, you know, some
self-acceptance.
women want to be a nurse to their men, to be nurses to their men, and this relationship also has a right for existence. But in
You mean like
general,
an old one? They want an old man?
no, no. I mean, nurse. So this man will be in depression all the time. He will be crying. Everything is bad. I am so poor. Give me some attention, you know. And some women like it.
Yeah.
It's weird, but they like it. But
It's
in general, a man has to be a man.
a fixer upper, we call that. You know what a fixer upper is?
No.
It's like a house, or usually it's a house that you buy that's very dilapidated and you have to work on it, but you get it for cheaper
Mm-hmm.
because it's
Mm-hmm.
broken and you have to fix a lot of things. So it's a fixer upper, fix up, fix, repair
Mm-hmm.
things. So I think there's an issue here that's a deeper issue that I'm concerned about, right? I also think too, we've got another card that's a little bit challenging, which is the Five of Swords. I wonder if you guys will be able to overcome this, right? Five of Swords is can be a battle. I think that the battle is really about honesty and trust. He didn't trust you with that information, and you can't trust him now because of he lied to you for 7 years. So if you have this lack of trust, it's very difficult to rebuild that trust. Can it be done? Absolutely. How can it be done? I would recommend going into therapy because it's a serious issue. Lying, and then for you it creates doubt, like what else has he lied about besides his age? you know so I think that's part of it, is that you're feeling like I have to rebuild trust, and you're trying to navigate that yourself. But it's like anything he says, how can you trust it? So you're in that catch 22 now. It's like, even if he's like, I want to be super transparent, I want to tell you everything, I want to make it up to you, you feel like the rug is pulled out from under you. So I had a friend that went through this very same thing, only it was a really like a whole lying personality, I would say, like a guy who had a pathological lying and made up this whole backstory about his life that wasn't true. So it destroys a relationship when you don't have honesty or truth. And he had many opportunities that he could have told you when you started dating, after you already sort of went down the road a little bit. I mean, even a week or a month into the he said, "Hey, I just want to let you know, I said my age was younger because I was afraid." But he was afraid to even reveal that to you, and probably kept this secret, and would have kept it secret except you discovered it. So yes, thank you, Yvonne. I'd like to know the answer to you, but the trust issue for me is very difficult. Of course, it's difficult. And the only way that you can really establish that is by, I think, going into a therapeutic situation, couples therapy. So you need to see for him, is he willing to go to couples therapy? If he's not willing to go to couples therapy or couples counseling, you don't have anything to work with there. If he is willing to go into couples therapy, you might be able to salvage this relationship, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time and effort to salvage the relationship or to get it back on track. I don't see any lack of love in your life because you've got the Lovers card showing up, Vicky. So wherever you decide, if you decide to stay and work on this relationship, great. If you decide to leave, you will find a new partner in your life. There's no lack of partner in your life, that's for sure. This card represents having a partner. So whether you decide, you get to choose. I can't decide this decision for you. This is up to you to decide. But you can decide to stay and work on it if you feel like that. But I would say the test is he willing to go to couples therapy? How dedicated is he to making and fixing this? If he says, I'm not going to couples therapy, then he's not dedicated to fixing this. He's not dedicated to working on it, and you don't have anything. If he is, you do have an opportunity to save this relationship. And a couples therapist will take you step by step into rebuilding trust again. You need to have an outside person helping you to rebuild that trust. That is no doubt about that. But If you decide to leave the relationship, you will find another partner. Lover's card is saying you will never be alone in your life, Vicky. You won't be alone. So I think it's your decision to make. I've been with you on this whole Vicky, I've been with you on this whole journey of this relationship. I've known you on this whole journey. So I think for you, it's to recognize and see what you choose. Maybe, try therapy for a while and see if it is helping you to navigate this. Is he willing to go? But if he says, no, I'm not willing to go to therapy, I don't think you have anything, because you need another person there to help the two of you navigate this. Vicky says, exactly. Now I doubt everything. We haven't spoken since a few days ago. He confessed, right? I know that you were also wanting to move in together. And isn't this an interesting thing that you find out this information? And you have your own place, which gives you a lot of safe space to be. Having your own place is good in this situation. So I think take some time. When you're ready, reach out to him and ask him if he wants to work on this relationship or rebuild the relationship. If he says yes, then say, okay, we need to go to couples counseling or therapy. And he should pay for it, by the way, because he's the one that
Oh yeah.
for sure. You don't need to pay. I mean, if you want to split it 50-50 or whatever, but he really should pay for it, because this is all his mess that we're cleaning up. And he has to also uncover why he did this. If he doesn't even realize or have the self-awareness as to know why he did this, I have a feeling, because of this card, that he's going to end up also doing therapy on his own as well as the couples therapy. He probably needs both. I mean, the fact that he lied would tell me he needs both anyway. So, but because he's got some self-esteem issue or depression or whatever it is that isn't self-accepting, he needs to work on that as well. So, yeah. Oh, Vicky, I'm so sorry. What a heartbreaking thing. It's so unbelievable, really. Honesty is what needs to be there. Transparency, communication, that's what builds a relationship. And when your relationship is built on a lie of any kind, even I mean, in reality, it's an innocent lie, but the fact is, the lie is the problem, not the innocence of the lie. I mean, who cares if he's 48 or 60? Doesn't matter. But why did he do it? Is it vanity? Is it fear? Is it not self-accepting? Is it, fear of aging? What prompted this? I'd be so curious to find out. And that you can find out in therapy. So, yeah.
By the way, I have the same issue with my wife Julia. When I met her virtually on the dating site, she wrote on her profile she was 29, but when we had a first meeting, she immediately confessed that in fact she's 34, and I was absolutely okay with this. And
Is she
actually,
older
we
than you?
started living together. She is older than me, almost seven
Ah,
years.
ah,
Yeah, and we started living together immediately since the first date, and then we lived together for almost 13 years now.
ah. Yeah, I think I mean, if somebody lies on their profile, it usually means they're, worried that if they say they're that age, that they're not going to, that they will be
She
rejected.
looks
That's
much
usually,
younger, so she
yeah,
had an opportunity to write this, but she was
yeah.
honest with me from the first
Exactly.
dating.
Exactly. I think that's appropriate. I mean, I didn't when I was online dating, I never lied about my age because I'm like, I don't care. They don't want me, they don't want me, and I don't care. If they're so
Mhm.
concerned about a number, then they're not for me anyway. So, yeah. Well, so okay, let's show our granny of the week. I want to see our granny of the week and I want to learn about her. And then anybody else that wants to have a reading, um, vanity and fear can be very attractive qualities. At
Hmm.
least I hope so for my sake. Bruce, no. They're very unattractive qualities. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. All right, let me go to, I think it's on my desktop. Let me find it. Yes, I think this is it. Is that it? Yep. Is that great? Oh my gosh, there's a cute little kitty cat too.
Yeah, today is the day of the cats.
Oh, Day of the Cats. I know. Glinda's hanging out right here. All right, let me get this picture nice and big so I can share it. Hold on. And then we'll see our granny of the week. Our granny of the week. All right. Let me share that. Okay, let me find it. Oh, window. Here we go. All right. Is that showing up? Yes, it is.
Actually, you will be the first who see this
You're so
granny
welcome,
because
sweetie.
she is among those who visited at the weekend, and I'm going to publish her in a couple of hours later when I get some information from my colleagues. So she isn't on Facebook yet. I mean, I posted her many times, but
Yeah.
no, but this time, okay, you understood. I'm sorry, I cannot express my thought to the fullest due to the temperature. But I wanted to tell you
Scrambled
about
eggs head. Scrambled eggs brain, right?
uh, this granny saved from the streets and adopted 11 stray cats. 11. Yeah, and most of them were sick. She cured them, and along with this, her pension, guys, is 1,700 hryvnias, which is less than 50 bucks. Less than 50 bucks per month. Just imagine this. This lady is dry as a tree in the desert, so no juices, you know, because she almost doesn't eat, but still she takes care about her fluffy friends. And this time we brought her a lot of groceries because one of my colleagues in Ukraine, this is a girl volunteer who works with the pets and animals in general. She sent these cat meals, 4 boxes, which is 100 cat lunches. And yeah, and I've added a lot of human groceries from my side. So she was extremely happy, almost crying, because this is a really good gift for her upcoming month. And cats also inspected everything, and they were satisfied. They told, okay, dude, next time you can repeat this. Yeah, she's
Oh.
not too old. She's about 76 years old. But of course, we help her because she doesn't have money, and she has so much compassion in her heart, and it uh, deserves a lot of respect. Yeah,
When you guys make your donations for the readings, it's like you're dropping a gorgeous, beautiful, miraculous blessing on somebody's lives. You don't even know. Imagine having no food and you have 11 cats and you have to take care of them and you have nothing to eat and no money. And then all of a sudden, this angel comes in with cat food and food for you. It would be a miracle, really, wouldn't it? That's a beautiful blessing you guys are doing. Ah, I appreciate you guys so much with your
by the way,
donations.
one more thing about health. I get sick very often right now, and I'm quite young, relatively young person, and relatively strong. I think this is because of stress. It has a cumulative effect, and it accumulates, and someday you will see the defense towers of your body broken. So if it happens to me, just imagine what happens to our grannies who are really 80, 90 years old. The stress is the same. I would say even it's bigger for them because they can't move. They can't leave their houses when the airstrike is on. Yeah, and also I figured out that local news media in the United States don't show too much about Ukraine now, so this is beyond their interests. But the situation still here is still, and these people want to eat every day. Yeah, so we need a permanent cash flow to feed these almost 200 seniors. I don't take anyone new because it's I can barely hold what we achieved at the moment. I'm not thinking about new persons,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Hmm. But, you know, it's like you are making such a difference, and you guys that are making the donations are making such a difference in these 200 seniors that you're watching over. And, you know you have ambition, Yvonne, to like take care of everybody. We all do, but we have to do what we can. We have to do, even doing one, taking care of one senior is amazing. Even your guys' donations of any amount is adding to the positivity here. So we would all love to be taking care of everyone. Of course, myself, I would love to take every single person in Ukraine and protect you. My gosh.
I still believe then that one person could be more powerful than a system. Even after I read 1984 by Orwell many years ago, I still believe in power of intentions, of light thoughts, actions, of community of average people. Even if the system doesn't want to recognize the problem, if it doesn't see it or pretend it doesn't see it, still we can do a lot of things together.
Yes. Let's wait for the miracle, right? It's like, let's be present for the miracle. We're here doing our work. That's what we need to do. Doing the work is me, you getting the groceries, raising the money. You're working so hard all week long to raise money, encouraging people to make those donations. I meet you once a week and we raise money that way. You guys show up and you get your readings and you make your donations. You're helping. We're all here present for the miracle, but we have to be doing the work for the miracle to happen. Teamwork makes the dream work, Yvonne.
Yeah, this is a good expression. This is a good expression, and sometimes I feel myself a little bit desperate when I don't get money, and I know that seniors are waiting for
Counting
me.
on you.
They
Yeah.
called me yesterday and told that they have nothing to eat. Uh, it will be very hard to accept any decrease in our work. I know it could be, but it will be emotionally, it will be very hard to accept this.
Yeah.
So if you have an opportunity, please spread the information about us. If you cannot
Yeah.
donate,
That's a
spreading the
great way
word.
to help. Yeah.
Actually, it doesn't work. Almost doesn't work because I can see a new person maybe once, 2 or 3 weeks, and most likely it is a single donation. We're not telling about any system here. So and we need a stable money stream because we have to visit these 200 seniors once a month.
Yeah. 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 But we stay here present for the miracle. That's what we have to do. Be present for the
Yeah,
miracle. And be
this is
present
why
for the
I
miracle.
woke up
Keeps
because I
going.
couldn't skip the stream
Yeah.
even despite my condition. No worries, I'm not going anywhere today because I've done everything at the weekend in advance. I just took my money and
Yeah.
visited the grannies. Oh, and now I will be lying in on the sofa as a living dead during the whole day.
Anatoly will give you kitty cat healing.
Yeah, he will. He
That's what
will.
they do. I think when they're purring, they're doing some kind of healing work on us. So if
Hmm.
he sits on you and purrs, he's healing you. Tanya had one more card that she wanted to do. So Tanya, do you have another question you wanted to ask? Another question? Um, I'm concerned that by suing my brother, my younger sister Mariana might do witchcraft on me since she's also keeping money for my inheritance. Oh boy.
Hmm.
Wow. Okay, this is my third question. Okay, so let's see what we see around that. Yeah, do some protection work. You know what? Do some protection work. Let's see what we see. Mm, I don't see her doing it. Chariot card shows up. Clear road for you to get that success. So I don't see her doing any witchcraft or magic on you. But if you want to be safe, you can always put protection oil or do work with some protection products. One of the things that I say, it's like one of the things that I use in a situation like this is powerful protection oil. So the oil we make at the Parlor of Wonders, I'm going to say would be good in this situation because we see with powerful protection oil, it's like a cloak of invisibility so your enemies cannot find you to do the curse work on you. That's what you want. You don't want to, yeah, yeah. So what you want to do is they can't energetically find you to do the work on you. They can't attach to you or focus on you. You're protected. So I would do protection work before you get started with them and then get your lawyer to do the work. Don't contact them, don't have anything to do with them, obviously. But I see you going forward with it and not having a block in the road in terms of this with her. So that means either she's going to stand back because she doesn't want to get involved and she's not going to, you're not going after her, you're going after your brother. But do some protection work, and it could be as simple as wearing powerful protection oil every day. I would do it while all this is going on, while this kerfuffle until it dies down, until it's mellowed out. You probably want to wear protection oil, but don't have contact with them. The less contact, the better. Let the lawyer deal with everything. That's really the key. But I don't see any problem with her doing this. Fact, she may be distracted with other things. You can also do a reversing spell. A reversing spell is to send back whatever she sends to you back to her. So you could preemptively do that with a green and black candle, black on top, green on the bottom. Do reversing oil on the black part. Do abundance oil or pay me oil or money, money magnet oil or whatever on the bottom. Do that before you even get started. So it sends away any negativity, and then powerful protection oil on yourself would be great magic to do in this situation. So, yeah. I think we have to watch out for that negativity for sure, but it's pretty easy to clean it up and it's definitely easy to protect yourself against it. It's not that hard to do. So, yeah, those could be great things to do. I'm so sorry you're dealing with that. Such a ugly thing and an unfortunate thing. So, anyway, we made $110 today.
Yeah,
Anyone else want a donation? Got $110 last. That's going to feed 2 3/4 grannies, almost 3. We're going to feed today, so we're going to make a little drop in the bucket for this week. I know you have to feed 50 every week, but we can do our share and help a little bit. So grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for making your donations. Yvonne, we wish you well and that you get well quickly. We're going to give the task to Anatoly.
just give
For
me
you.
2 days and I will be fresh as a cucumber, as we say in Ukraine.
You know what we say? Fresh as a daisy, which doesn't even make any sense. A
Mhm.
daisy, how do we know a fresh or stale daisy? It's a flower. Fresh as a daisy. Anyway, so Anatoly's going to be a good nurse. He's going to take care of you. He's going to give you healing purring on you. It's going to heal you right up. It's like vibration, like sound healing he's going to do on you. Don't forget to follow Yvonne on Facebook. There's the link to do that. Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll see you here next week around 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Central, 8:30 Mountain, 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern Time. We hope we'll see you again. And if you want to check in with anything, this is a great way to just do a little check-in without doing a whole big reading. And you get a reading from me for a real reasonable price. And you're helping feed seniors in Ukraine. Tanya says, thank you. Thank you so much, Tanya. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be in good shape. You just have to put your armor on like the chariot guy. All right, you guys, thank you again so much for being here. We thank you for being here. I have been working since noon today, so it's time for me to get some dinner at 9:00 at night, 8:45. Yvonne has to get better. I'm going to send you that money, Yvonne, and you guys will see the grannies that you're helping by going to Yvonne's Facebook, and you'll see exactly who you helped today. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next Sunday. Don't forget, next Sunday, we have live magic Q&A at 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Magical Mystery Marketplace, live streamed over Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And following that, we have our Tarot for Kindness. So we'll see you next Sunday for all the fun. Hope to see you there, everyone. Thank you so much to the Love Witch for being in the background and doing all the work behind the scenes. Thank you, Ego. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. Slava Ukraini, thank you for being here, and we'll see you next week. Okay, bye.
Bye bye.